We've got a rivalry game on deck, and these two fan bases have been going at it early from the tailgate to the end zones, and you got to think this will be a little contentious. Welcome to Centennial Bank Stadium in Jonesboro, home to the Red Wolves of Arkansas State. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Missouri State Bears, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Arkansas State Red Wolves. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Red Wolves will put total leather and we'll get started. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bears offense will have the football first. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys. It is crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors and you've got to limit the penalties because those will kill you, Pollard.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
And the Bears come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Right back to it. There he goes. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he runs into a wall, maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollack off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollack cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Got a man. It's Hodges. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The Bears are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. 1st down, 10 yards to go.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. It was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense good. Like he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
And the Bears can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. A little screen to the running back. Headed to the end zone. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Missouri State!
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Arkansas State's offense will have its first possession of the game. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Brings it down on the right side. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. And the Red Wolves have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Red Wolves will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. So here comes the Missouri State offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Joyner. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
The Bears come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wants to throw on 1st down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Unloads to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it 1st down at the 42.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
We've come to the end of the period. It's Missouri State holding the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. They'll go right back to the run. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Red Wolves. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Solid return, decent field position as he goes out of bounds at the 30. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. They've seen the good and the bad already. A touchdown on the opening drive, a pick on the second one, and now to try to get things back on track. Finds his way for 3 after the 33. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Joyner. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. On 3rd and short, the power run here. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. And the Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The short hands, it's Marks. They get it down to the 35 before he's stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down. The Bears are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on first down. He's got the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, and we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
Down to the 18-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Got his man. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. And the Bears trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for the score. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri State. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. RPO complete to open the drive. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Here comes the heat. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Hand off from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Red Wolves will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. From the gun, running back gets the give. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. The Bears with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The give to Davis. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on 3rd down expecting him to get the ball again.
Caught near the sticks. It's Davis. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
Listen, at this point, the end of the 1st half, you're trying to generate some points. 1st downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that 3rd. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. And the Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Davis. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out and you can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. From the 22 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Right on target this time. Touchdown, Missouri State. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the 2nd half to get some stops.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Looks like a penalty on the kickoff as the ball goes out of bounds. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Stevens. They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. The Red Wolves come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Finds a man on the left. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. It's hard. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player.
Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. Got enough for the first. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Red Bulls!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Louisiana is down, but they are not out of it. Not there at Cajun Field, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Georgia Southern. Anything can happen down the stretch here in the Sun Belt. It's why we're here to keep you posted, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Finds the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Bears line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Trying to keep the drive alive. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Got his man downfield. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
The Bears are flying down the field. They'll leave it with him. Turning it on. Touchdown, Bears. 6 more points.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. Shoots it to the left. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Right here. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Harvey. A defense will converge, and out of bounds he goes at the 40. 2nd down coming up. Wants to go up top. Caught close to the marker. It's Stevens. Great move. Now he's got room. Touchdown, Arkansas State. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. When that receiver got 3, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
He gets it in for the 2-point conversion, and now they trail by only 3. On the run from inside his own 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. So here comes the Bear offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Got it in the middle. It's Hodges. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, a new set of downs.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. Clock winds inside, a minute to play here in the 3rd. Wants to go up top on 1st down. With the catch, it's Townsend. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a 1st down just outside the red zone. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. They'll ride Davis here. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. We've come to the end of the period. It's Missouri State holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Back to pass. Working that left side now. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. And they've moved closer and closer, and still they need 2 yards. 3rd and goal. Touchdown Bears! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. He's got the back in the middle. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Hart. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. And the Red Wolves with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Passing game kept his drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on 1st down. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Finds his big tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. A strike downfield. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Red Wolves trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. 2nd and goal coming up. Wants to go up top. He wants it all. Touchdown, Red Wolves. Fit it in the window for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
So here comes the Missouri State offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Davis. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. And the Bears trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on second down. Got a man, it's Hodges. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
I think that time offensively, you just try to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
Pulls it in. It's Hodges. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. The Bears are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw again. Bringing the heat. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down managed.
Breaks into the open. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Getting late, pressure building, huge third down coming up on the road for this offense. Pucks it out of the air. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Big guy smells it. Almost in, but they'll say he didn't make it, inches away from the touchdown.
This is one of those unique situations in a game as a head coach. You're trying to feel the momentum, and what's your confidence in your quarterback, because you've got 4th, you're in field goal range, but you've got the weapons to get one more completion and ice this thing. So do you kick the field goal or do you go for it?
Barrels ahead. And he gets it into the end zone for the touchdown, and it's not just a touchdown, it is a dagger in this game.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, beat, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Going right to work up top. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can.
Fires one high and deep. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. And he goes to the ground, and that's how this game is going to end. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments. Schematically,